Good morning, my beautiful, beautiful kings and queens. I hope that this is a beautiful and a blessed morning for you all. So, on your way out of Egypt, you may have a bit of remorse. You may have a bit of, how do I say? Like you question, have you done the right thing? You question, was leaving the provision that I knew to be stable, even though I was in bondage, did I do the right thing? So on your way out, you will experience many, many emotions. You will experience the heartache of having to leave behind the systems that you once clung to, even though it was to your detriment. You will experience pain because not only had you become accustomed to your abusers, but you form bonds with the abusers. Remember, Moses grew up in the house of Pharaoh. So having to leave the bondage that you were in order to enter into the promised land can sometimes have conflicting feelings and conflicting views. But just know that if God leads you out of Egypt, he will make provision for you on the way to your Canaan land. When you are in transition, when you are in a season of coming out of something, and you are in that desert phase, when you're in the phase where you know what it is that God has promised you, but you have to trust on the manna. You have to trust on the cloud by night, and the fire by day. It leads you into the full understanding that if God takes you out of a thing, that the thing that is waiting on the other side is going to be even better. So when you're coming out of situations in life, anointed ones, just know that if God has put the unction in your spirit, if God has led you this far, he kept you even while you were in Egypt, even when you were amongst the oppressors, the covering of God was over your life. So now that he's leading you out, anointed one, and you encountered the desert, don't wander longer than you have to. Do not go on a trip that should have taken you 3 to 4 days. Do not wander for the 40 years. The desert is not a place to wander. The desert is a place to learn your lesson and get out. The desert is a place where God shows you his provision, because did not God provide for the children of Israel when they were leaving their Egypt? He made sure that not only their shoes did not wear out, he also made sure that they were well fed. But in the desert is where you're going to lose people. In the desert phase, everybody that was not supposed to be with you is going to fall off. When the children of Israel were wandering, God strategically got rid of those that were murmuring. He strategically got rid of those that were complaining. God strategically got rid of those whose heart was not fit to enter into the promised land. So anointed ones, when you are in that desert phase and when you're in the transition phase, God is going to also strip those away from you that cannot go into Canaan land with you. And don't be like Moses, because even though Moses led them out of the desert and led them out of Egypt, because of disobedience, he was not allowed to enter in. Do not be that person that God sustains you in Egypt, God brings you to the desert, but because of disobedience or because of anger or because of just not being obedient, you're not able to enter in. So make sure that in the desert season, make sure you are complying with the will and the word of God. In your desert season, make sure that you are taking the instruction of God. Do not be like Moses and hit the rock twice, because you will not be able to enter in. So do not allow anger, do not allow frustration, do not allow emotional trauma to stop you from entering into the promised land. For a lot of you guys, you've wandered through the desert. It may have taken you a bit longer, but the wandering season is over. Make sure that you are found worthy when the promised land comes. Make sure that your heart is in its right position when the promised land comes. Do not be left out of the promise simply because of disobedience. I want you guys to stay faithful, stay just, and stay true, because the blessings are right up ahead. I love you guys. Have a beautiful and a blessed day. And remember, always, always be kind.